Hey guys, what is up? Today is day 9 of Vlogmas, and today I'm just going to tell y'all why I want to travel. It's like a super simple question. Why do you want to travel? And the simple answer is because I've never done it before. Like, the farthest I've ever been from Virginia, where I live, is the Minneapolis airport in Minneapolis. And the farthest place I've been, I just crossed the airport in a layover, but the farthest place I've ever been, like for more than a day or two, is St. Louis, Missouri, and I was 5 years old. And that's the furthest I've been. The most interesting place I've been, since high school, is Detroit, Michigan. Anyway, like I said, Detroit, Michigan was the most interesting place I've been in, since I guess kind of St. Louis, Missouri, but I was 5, so I don't really remember it. And you probably have noticed if you watched any of these videos, I'm interested in languages. Spanish is the one that I'm, taking right now, doing things and learning and stuff. But once I get solid enough in that, I want to move to some other language. I don't know which one. I don't want to do one with declensions, but who knows? And the simple fact is, it's interesting. Like, travel is a huge thing that billions of people do every year. But like, I want to do it differently. Like, if you've watched any of these, that I've got the Untraveled channel, which is literally the opposite of family vacation to Paris, like in Home Alone or whatever. Like, I don't want to be the quintessential tourist that goes to London, Paris, and Rome. Like, I have nothing against those places, but they're just, you see them in, half the James Bond movies, and, people know about these places. Like, they're household names, basically, around the world. So I want to go to the places that no one has heard of, places like Kaliningrad or Kosovo or Svalbard or Ushuaia, or you probably don't even know what half these things are, and that's the point. That's the point. And another reason is that not just that my family hasn't traveled. There's millions, billions of people who have not gone as far as I have, across the world. Either because of economics, or you live in a country where getting a passport or visa is very difficult, or a myriad of reasons. But another personal reason why I'd like to do it is because just growing up, I've been very, sheltered is kind of the word, but it's not completely. Like, I've done stuff with friends and stuff, but I just got my driving license, and I'm almost 19. So I've gone slowly when it comes to, adulting or starting to adult. So basically, this is part of my childhood. I guess you don't technically know, but I was homeschooled between 6th grade and 12th grade. I had classes, I saw people, I knew people, but I was here at home for, 6 out of the 7 days of the week when it came to school. More like I was home 5, because basically school and church were the only things I went to. Sometimes I go places, obviously. I had a job for a little bit in 2019, but then I got really sick, and that's a whole other story. So my personal life, most people my age have, gone on a road trip to, I don't know, what's the city? Philadelphia, let's just say, a city that's, a few hundred miles away. And that's something they've done. Most people my age have probably done that with friends, or they've gone off to college, or they've been abroad, I know plenty of people who have been to Europe or Central America or whatever, and I haven't. I feel like I've been stuck here in this house even. I mean, 2020, not even counting 2020. 2020 just made it worse with all the COVID stuff. So it's just like, when can I not be here? And you probably saw that. You may have seen the video where I went to West Virginia with my friends. That was great. That was something that was feasible, that my parents would allow me to do. But that was a great day. No, I'm not trying to say it was not, because it was with friends and stuff, and that goes for anything with friends really at this point. But it was still Virginia. It was West Virginia. It was still, here. It was still in, the circle. The circle just between Philadelphia, D.C., West Virginia, and, what's it called? I guess Detroit or Altoona. Those are 2 places that I've been in the past, 3 or 4 years. So that's basically been my little circle. And, again, nothing against that circle, but it's just really freaking boring, because that's where I've lived for the last 18 years. Most people have not been in such a small circle. First, my small circle in my house, because I'm homeschooled, Then the larger circle, which is school and church, which is for a while was like in the same county, and then even the larger circle, which is like going to grandparents' house and stuff, which is in Virginia, Delaware, Pennsylvania area. But that's it. That's it. Like Delaware and Pennsylvania they're different, of course. Every place is different, but they're not that different. I mean, you can talk to someone and you're going to understand them and they're going to understand you, no problem. There's no language difference. Things look pretty similar. It's still got that colonial, very thin road feel. It's America. It's Eastern America. Or it's Northeastern America. Like it's different, but it's not that different, is what I'm trying to say. And I just want to travel because this area I've been in, literally this area, is just so boring at this point. Like, and I haven't even driven by myself, and I'm almost 19. I'm just going so slow. And COVID kind of, it was already pretty high. COVID just made it go even higher because, we're stuck here at home so much more. And I also switched churches, which means that a lot of my friends kind of they went off to college, basically, and they're not around anymore. So it's just been like straight down when it comes to friends and doing things, basically. And COVID has just made that even worse. So I hope you can understand the rant. I guess this is a rant. I'm trying to understand this myself. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm sure there's more I could go on, and when I'm editing this, I'm sure I'll think of something that I want to say. And you probably know most Americans, we're all very America-centric. I mean, everyone in their country is to an extent, but we are even more because inside America, we have almost everything. We have deserts, beaches, rainforests technically in Puerto Rico. We got tundras, we got plains, we got cities, we got country, we got... inside the borders of America, you can find almost anything. Like, almost anything. Almost any ethnicity, almost any language. You can find somewhere in the U.S. So that's why so many Americans don't go abroad. It's pretty expensive to fly to Europe or South America or Asia. Like, you just look on Google flights from London to Europe, and then flights from New York to London, and it's going to be very different. Anyway, America is a thing that exists, obviously. I don't know why I said that. But there's so much more outside of America. Like, us Americans don't think about things outside America too often. Obviously, we see news and stuff, but we don't really have... Not all of us. Some of us do, obviously, but most people I know do not have friends abroad. I'll put it like that. Maybe one or two, maybe something, but most people, are America-centric. No matter who you are, most Americans who aren't immigrants, obviously they've got friends and parents back where they're from, but most native-born Americans don't care too much about the outside world, and that's kind of good and kind of bad, because we kind of have to focus on us, because obviously we have problems, but actually our problems aren't even that big compared to the rest of the world. But basically, there's so much outside of America. Like, America is 4-ish% of the entire world's population, so there's just so much out there. And this ramble is 10 minutes long, so that's not even that long, but it feels like I'm doing this for 30 minutes. Yeah, and that's kind of it. I have friends. Let's see. I got a lot of friends. Okay, maybe not a lot, but I've got a solid amount of... I've also got a solid amount of people that I know who have gone abroad, and they've liked it. They don't appreciate it as much as I would, I think. I'm not saying that they don't care and that it's just another Tuesday to them, because it's not. But these people, they've done it, and they've done it a lot, some of them. And it's just part of their life, which, again, makes sense. Some of them are immigrants, some of them just have done things. And they don't know what it's like not to go and have the urge to go. Because, for most people, travels, oh, yeah, I guess, Mexico, that could be fun. Or, oh, going to England, oh, that's cool. I mean, London's pretty big, and there's Cambridge and all the history. But for me, it's on another level. Like, most people don't use their spare time and look at, Wiki Travel, which is like Wikipedia, but for countries, it talks about food and language and just everything. Most people don't make YouTube channels about something they've never done. Most people don't, think about it as much as I do. And I'm not saying, I'm thinking about it 24/7, because that'd be really unhealthy, but basically, I'm in the fifth or third, somewhere under the 5% percentile of people yearning or itching to travel, especially after this year. My family, or my parents and I, were supposed to go to Puerto Rico, for my senior trip in July, but COVID, destroyed that. So I don't know if that even is going to happen, because next year, who knows, you might need a vaccine, which my parents will not get the first year. This isn't too much information. Anyway, we were supposed to have fun this year. We didn't, because of the stupid virus, and that has just made my yearnings go even higher. And obviously, I don't want to be, what's the word? When you want something covetous, I guess coveting is when you want something someone else has, but travel is not something you can really take from someone, so you take their money. But anyway, I don't want to envy people, because envy is not really a good thing, most of the time. So I don't want to envy, but I also want to do it. So it's kind of a dichotomy or whatever. Anyway, 12 minutes? Oh my goodness. This feels like I've been talking for 40 minutes or something. Anyway, this is just the why behind my channels. And I hope that if you watch this, you will support me, which means I can do the thing that I just talked about in this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a like and a subscribe if you like the content. Here you can find reactions, commentaries, just my thoughts about the world of travel and everything. When I start traveling after this stupid pandemic, I'm going to put lots of stuff here, just, my thoughts about places, the top 10 cities in Europe, or whatever, in my opinion, obviously. How-tos, how to travel on the train here or there, whatever. My other channel, the Untraveled channel, which I've got another channel called Untraveled, which is in the description and in the channel, part of the channel. That's where you can find the documentary style videos, so if you haven't heard of that, go ahead and check that out. Thank you for watching this far in the video. If you like the content, like and subscribe, and have a great day. Peace out.